Before tonight's investigation begins, this program is supported by Skyyrizon, a real online store of useful everyday gadgets and tools. Free worldwide shipping, new picks weekly. That's skyyrizon.com. Now let's begin. Welcome to Harrison's Conspiracies. I'm your host, Harrison. Today we dive into one of the most perplexing mysteries in Australian history, the case of the Somerton Man. On December the 1st, 1948, a body was discovered on Somerton Beach, and to this day, the identity of this man remains a mystery.
That's right, Harrison. The discovery of the body was shocking, not just because of the circumstances, but also due to the unanswered questions that followed. Despite extensive investigations, the man was never identified, and the cause of death remains undetermined.
What makes this case particularly intriguing is the scrap of paper found in the hidden pocket of the deceased's pants. It bore the words "tamam shud," which translates from Persian to mean ended or finished. This single phrase has sparked countless theories about the man's fate.
Indeed, the note is a crucial piece of the puzzle. It was linked to a book of poetry, specifically the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. This connection has led some to speculate about the man's background and possible motivations. But we must be careful not to jump to conclusions.
Absolutely. While the note and the book provide tantalizing clues, they also open the door to various theories. Some believe the Somerton Man could have been involved in espionage or even a spy. However, we should clarify that there is no definitive evidence to support this theory.
Right. And while the idea of espionage is captivating, it's essential to approach it with skepticism. The case could also be linked to foul play or even a murder, but again, we lack concrete evidence to substantiate these claims.
Another theory suggests that this could have been a love affair gone wrong. The personal nature of the note and the circumstances surrounding the discovery of the body might indicate a deeper emotional context, but we must remember that this is still speculative.
Exactly. And then there's the theory that he may have been a victim of a rare poison. Some toxicologists have pointed out that the symptoms of certain poisons could align with the unknown cause of death. However, without a thorough autopsy, this remains a theory rather than a fact.
It's fascinating how many angles there are to explore in this case. The Australian authorities have classified it as a mystery, and it certainly lives up to that label. The fact that a book containing a code was found in the glove compartment of a car linked to the case adds another layer of complexity.
Yes, the coded message found in the car raises even more questions. What did it mean? Was it a clue left behind, or simply a coincidence? The ambiguity surrounding these details only deepens the mystery.
As we continue to unravel the threads of this case, it's crucial to distinguish between what we know and what we theorize. The Somerton Man story is one of intrigue, and while we may not have all the answers, the search for truth continues.
And that's what makes this case so compelling, Harrison. The unanswered questions keep us searching, keep us wondering. As we delve deeper into the mystery of the Somerton Man, we invite our listeners to join us on this journey.
Welcome back to Harrison's Conspiracies. In this chapter, we delve into the historical and cultural context of post-war Australia, setting the stage for the mystery of the Somerton Man. To help us navigate this intriguing backdrop, we have journalist and historian Sarah Mitchell joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Harrison. The post-war era in Australia was a time of significant change and uncertainty. The country was still reeling from the impacts of World War II, and many Australians were grappling with the aftermath of the conflict.
Absolutely. The war had not only affected the economy, but also the social fabric of the nation. People were returning home, and there was a palpable sense of both relief and anxiety. How do you think this environment influenced the events surrounding the Somerton Man?
Well, the late 1940s were marked by a growing interest in espionage and international intrigue, particularly in the wake of the war. Australia was becoming more aware of global politics, and there were fears about communism and spies infiltrating society. This context certainly adds a layer of complexity to the mystery.
Right. The discovery of the body on Somerton Beach on December 1st, 1948, came at a time when such fears were heightened. The fact that the man was never identified, despite extensive investigations, only deepens the intrigue. What do you think this says about the society at that time?
It reflects a society that was perhaps not fully equipped to deal with such enigmatic situations. The authorities were diligent, but they faced limitations in forensic science and investigative techniques. The body was found with no identification, and the cause of death remains undetermined, which must have been incredibly frustrating for investigators.
Indeed. And then there's the scrap of paper with tamam shud found in the man's pants. This phrase, translating to ended or finished, is linked to a Persian poem. What do you make of that connection?
It's fascinating, isn't it? The presence of that phrase suggests a deeper narrative. Some have speculated that it could indicate a personal message or even a clue to his identity. However, we must be cautious not to jump to conclusions. The connection to the poem adds a layer of cultural significance, but we can't definitively say what it means without more evidence.
Exactly. And the book containing a code found in the glove compartment of a car linked to the case further complicates matters. It raises questions about whether the Somerton Man was involved in espionage or perhaps something more personal.
Yes, there are several theories surrounding this case. Some believe he was a spy or involved in espionage, while others think he may have been a victim of foul play or even a love affair gone wrong. Each theory has its merits, but we must remember that they remain speculative.
And the idea that he could have been a victim of a rare poison adds yet another layer of mystery. It's a reminder of how much we still don't know about this case.
Absolutely. The Somerton Man story is a reflection of a time filled with uncertainty and intrigue. And while we can explore these theories, we must remain grounded in the facts we have.
As we continue to unravel this mystery, it's crucial to keep the historical context in mind. Join us next time as we dive deeper into the theories surrounding the Somerton Man and what they might reveal about this enduring enigma. Welcome back to Harrison's Conspiracies. In this chapter, we dive into one of the most peculiar details of the Somerton Man case: the scrap of paper inscribed with the words tamam shud. This phrase, which translates to ended or finished in Persian, was found in a hidden pocket of the deceased's pants. It raises so many questions, doesn't it?
Absolutely, Harrison. The discovery of that scrap of paper is both intriguing and perplexing. It suggests a deliberate act, perhaps even a message left behind. But what does it truly signify in the context of this mystery?
Indeed, the fact that it was hidden away adds an element of secrecy. Some have speculated that it could indicate the man was involved in something clandestine, possibly espionage. However, we must be cautious not to leap to conclusions without solid evidence.
Right. While the espionage theory is compelling, it remains just that, a theory. The historical context of post-war Australia does lend some weight to the idea, given the tensions of the time. But we should also consider other possibilities.
Exactly. Another theory suggests that the Somerton Man may have been a victim of foul play or even murder. The circumstances surrounding his death are shrouded in mystery, and the lack of identification only deepens the intrigue.
And let's not forget the book that was found in the glove compartment of a car linked to the case. It contained a code that has yet to be deciphered. This adds another layer of complexity. Could it be related to the tamam shud scrap? Or is it a separate puzzle altogether?
That's a great point. The code itself has baffled cryptographers and amateur sleuths alike. Some believe it could hold the key to understanding the man's identity or the circumstances of his death. But, as of now, it remains unsolved.
And the fact that the case is still classified as a mystery by Australian authorities only adds to the allure. It's as if they are holding on to secrets that we are yet to uncover. Theories abound, but without concrete evidence, we can only speculate.
Exactly. There's also the possibility that the tamam shud note could be linked to a love affair gone wrong. Some have suggested that it might indicate a tragic end to a romantic relationship. But again, this is just speculation.
Yes, and while the idea of a love affair adds a human element to the story, we must tread carefully. Theories like this can easily lead us astray if we don't ground them in facts. The only confirmed detail is that the man was never identified, and the cause of death remains undetermined.
And that uncertainty is what keeps this case alive in the public imagination. The combination of the Tamam Shud note, the mysterious code, and the unidentified body creates a perfect storm of intrigue. As we continue to explore this case, we must remain vigilant in separating what we know from what we theorize.
Absolutely, Harrison. The mystery of the Somerton Man is a reminder of how much we still have to learn about the past, and how some secrets may never be fully revealed.
Welcome back to Harrison's Conspiracies. In this final chapter, we dive into the theories surrounding the identity of the Somerton Man, balancing them with the known facts and the enduring questions that remain. Let's start with the confirmed details. The body was found on Somerton Beach on December 1st, 1948, and despite extensive investigations, the man was never identified.
That's right, Harrison. And the case remains classified as a mystery by Australian authorities. One of the most intriguing pieces of evidence is the scrap of paper with Tamam Shud, which translates to ended or finished in Persian. This detail alone has sparked numerous theories.
Indeed, some theorists suggest that the Somerton Man could have been a spy or involved in espionage. The context of the post-World War II era certainly adds weight to this theory. However, we must be cautious not to claim this definitively without solid evidence.
Absolutely. While the idea of espionage is compelling, it remains speculative. The lack of identification and the mysterious circumstances surrounding his death leave room for various interpretations. Another theory posits that he may have been a victim of foul play or even murder.
That's a significant theory as well. The cause of death remains undetermined, which fuels the speculation about foul play. However, we should refrain from suggesting that he was murdered without supporting evidence. The facts we have do not confirm this.
Exactly. And then there's the possibility that this case could be linked to a love affair gone wrong. Some believe that the scrap of paper and the code found in the glove compartment of a car linked to the case might indicate a personal connection. But again, this is purely speculative.
Right. The notion of a romantic entanglement adds a layer of complexity. However, without concrete evidence, we can't assert this as fact. It's essential to separate these theories from the known details. The mystery remains.
And let's not forget the theory that he could have been a victim of a rare poison. Some researchers have suggested that the symptoms of poisoning could explain the undetermined cause of death. But, like the other theories, this remains unproven.
Yes, the idea of poisoning is intriguing, especially given the mysterious circumstances. However, we must hedge our statements and acknowledge that there is no definitive evidence to support this theory either. The case is still shrouded in uncertainty.
Indeed, Harrison. The combination of the Tamam Shud scrap, the code, and the unidentified body creates a puzzle that continues to baffle investigators and enthusiasts alike. Each theory offers a different lens through which to view this mystery.
As we conclude this chapter, it's clear that while we have some confirmed facts, the theories surrounding the Somerton Man's identity remain speculative. The enduring questions, who he was, how he died, and why he ended up on that beach, continue to haunt us.
And until new evidence emerges, the Somerton Man will remain an enigma, a symbol of the mysteries that still exist in our world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of Australia's most perplexing cases.
You've been listening to Harrison's Conspiracies. Until the next record, stay curious.
Investigations closed. Stepping out of it for a second, just me recommending the shop that backs this show. Skyyrizon's an online store I actually like. Practical gadgets and tools for your place, your kitchen, your car, your pets. They add new ones weekly. Free worldwide shipping if you order. Go have a look. Skyyrizon.com. Fiction disclaimer. Harrison's Conspiracies is a fictional entertainment podcast. Episodes may draw inspiration from real people, locations, scientific concepts, historical records, folklore, and documented events, but may include invented characters, dialogue, evidence, organizations, interpretations, and supernatural or speculative elements. The story may not accurately represent real-world history, physics, people, locations, investigations, or events. Listeners should not treat the episode as a factual documentary or authoritative source.